Hi, I am Stefan Ukrainsky and welcome back to Let's Talk Sports. Today we will be covering the Flyers' loss in Dallas, Temple basketball losing to Boston College, then we will preview the 2025 MLS Cup Semifinals with the Philadelphia Union and former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Mike Kafka being named interim head coach of the Giants. At the end, I will make my picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. The Philadelphia Flyers lost to the Dallas Stars 5-1 at American Airlines Center on Saturday evening. Jason Robertson recorded a natural hat trick for Dallas. Liam Bichelle gave Dallas a 1-0 lead early in the first period off a Stars friendly bounce. Robertson made it 2-0 in the middle stages of the second period. He scored again to open a 3-0 lead before the second intermission. Robertson completed the hat trick with a power play marker in the middle of the third period. Dan Vladar stopped 23 of 28 shots in a losing cause. Jake Arena flirted with a shutout for 2+ periods. He finished with 20 saves on 21 shots. Final score, Stars 5, Flyers 1. Better luck to the Philadelphia Flyers in their next game against the St. Louis Blues on Thursday. Donald Hand Jr. had 18 points and 11 rebounds. Bowden Kapik and Fred Payne each scored 17 points, and Boston College beat Temple 76-71 on Saturday. Boston College had its largest lead at 70-57 with 2:49 remaining, before Gavin Griffiths began an 8-0 run for Temple to get back in the game. Griffiths added another 3-pointer with 45.2 seconds left to pull Temple within 72-68, but Hand answered with 2 free throws. Mosiah Gilliard made a basket in the lane with 29.4 to go to get the Owls within 4 points again, but Aiden Shaw went 1 of 2 from the stripe to help secure it. Darian Ford led Temple with 18 points. Griffiths finished with 4 3-pointers and 16 points. Aiden Tobias scored 12 and Gilliard had 11. Final score, Boston College 76, Temple 71. Good luck to the Temple Owls in their next game against the hostile Pride on Wednesday. The Philadelphia Union will host rivals New York City Football Club in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Supporters' Shield winners will face off against the Eastern Conference foe for the third time in 2025, but this time in the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs with a ticket to the Eastern Conference Final on the line. The Union are the #1 overall seed, which means the postseason goes through Subaru Park for the rest of the playoffs. Philly and New York have met 3 times in the MLS Cup playoffs, with NYCFC owning a slight 2-1 record in the previous meetings. The two foes squared off in back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals in 2021 and 2022 at Subaru Park, with each lifting the trophy to advance to the MLS Cup. Good luck to the Philadelphia Union in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, and former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Mike Kafka will serve as interim head coach. Kafka began his coaching career as a graduate assistant at his alma mater, Northwestern University. Prior to coaching, he enjoyed a 6-year NFL playing career as a quarterback, spending time with several teams after being selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 4th round of the 2010 NFL Draft. Mike Kafka joined the New York Giants as offensive coordinator in 2022 and added the title of assistant head coach in 2024. Before arriving in New York, Kafka spent 5 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, serving as offensive quality control coach, quarterbacks coach, and passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach. During his tenure in Kansas City, he was part of the coaching staff that won Super Bowl 54. Let's wish Mike Kafka the best of luck as interim head coach of the New York Giants. I did well in my picks last week. I went 5-1, getting the Patriots, Dolphins, Steelers, Broncos, and Ravens right, missing only the Bucs. It's week 12 of the NFL season. Which teams will win on Thursday and Sunday? Buffalo Bills versus Houston Texans. The Bills won 44-32 to Tampa Bay. The Texans won 16-13 at Tennessee. I predict the Bills winning in Houston. Minnesota Vikings versus Green Bay Packers, a battle of the NFC North. The Vikings lost 19-17 to Chicago. Green Bay won 27-20 to the Giants. I predict the Packers winning at Lambeau Field. Indianapolis Colts versus Kansas City Chiefs. The Colts are coming off their bye week. The Chiefs lost 22-19 at Denver. I predict the Colts winning in Kansas City. New York Jets versus Baltimore Ravens. The Jets lost 27-14 to the Patriots. The Ravens won 23-16 at Cleveland. I predict the Ravens winning in Baltimore. New York Giants versus Detroit Lions. The Giants lost 27-20 to Green Bay. The Lions lost 16-9 at Philadelphia. I predict the Lions winning in Detroit. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Chicago Bears. The Steelers won 34-12 to Cincinnati. The Bears won 19-17 at Minnesota. I predict the Bears winning in Chicago. Check in next week and see how we all did. That is a wrap. You can check me out on my podcast at Stefan Sports Radio or through the podcast app or this YouTube channel. And you can listen to me on Saturday nights at 6 o'clock on 1360 WNJC and streaming online at super1360WNJC.com. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Let's Talk Sports.